folks, that was the last ride on my Indian Roadmaster. I have switched back to Team Harley Davidson. And I want to put in a plug for Raging Bull Harley Davidson. They've been very patient with me. I've been coming here for the last 10 months. I kept telling them it wasn't if I was going to buy, but when. And my salesperson was very patient with me and did a great job. And I'm going to put him on the camera here and let him tell you who he is and why you should come to this dealership and check out my salesperson.
Hi, I'm Alan, salesman here at Raging Bull Harley Davidson. Hey, you come here to become part of the family. We're going to listen to you. We're going to let you take your time. We're going to help you put you on the bike that fits your personality and fits your riding style. So please, hey, come see us at 300 Muldy Street here in Durham. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.
And folks, I ended up with the Street Glide. I kept going back and forth, Road Glide, Street Glide, Road Glide, Street Glide, and I knew it had to be black. I couldn't decide between black and chrome or black on black. I went to black and chrome. Can't beat black, you know, for a motorcycle. So I think I'm going to be very happy with it. Of course, I'm obviously going to start adding stuff to it probably tomorrow. But I'm very excited. I certainly loved my Indian, but I love the Harley brand too. And if you follow my channel because of Indian content, stay with me. I'm still going to be riding with the Indian group, covering Indian motorcycles, but I fell in love with Harley Davidson long before I even knew Indian motorcycles existed. So my last ride on the Indian, my first ride on my Street Glide. So I'm really excited. And remember, if you like to ride as much as you can, because one day we're all going to be too old to ride. Yesterday, I recorded a video of my last ride on my Indian Roadmaster. And I got home last night and I went to upload the video to my computer to edit it. And the video was there, but there was absolutely no sound at all. So I'm recording this, but not on my Indian Roadmaster, because yesterday was my last ride. Yes, I traded my amazing Indian Roadmaster for this Harley Davidson Street Glide. And if you'll see when I'm at the dealership, I mentioned if you follow my content, follow my channel because of the Indian content, I hope you stick with me. I'm going to continue to cover Indian, and I never quit covering Harley Davidson, because if you watch my channel, you know I love both brands. And I want both brands to do well. I think the competition is good for us as consumers. And both of them have their strengths. Neither company makes a perfect motorcycle. There's always room for improvement. I know without a doubt there'll be things I will have liked better about my Indian. And there are definitely going to be things I like better about this Harley Davidson. So you really cannot go wrong with any brand, either one of those two brands. Maybe some other brands you can, but I've had great experiences with Harley Davidson and Indian. I think this is my sixth Harley Davidson, and I've owned 3 Indians. And but it's always bittersweet. Every time I trade or sell a bike, it's bittersweet. I usually don't really have buyer's remorse, because I've enjoyed every motorcycle I've ever owned. I can't think of a single motorcycle that I really regretted buying. Now, maybe not every purchase fit my budget the way I hoped, but the actual motorcycle was great. And but I have had, I guess you could call, seller's remorse, where I would buy a bike or sell a bike to buy another one, or trade the bike in and end up desperately missing a motorcycle that I have previously owned. I know I'm going to miss my Indian Roadmaster. I had some amazing experiences on that motorcycle. I owned it for 4.5 years. I rode in 11 states. I put 63,000 miles. That's the most miles I've ever put on a single motorcycle. I had one motorcycle for 6 years, but that one I had for 4.5. That's my record, is 6. Hoping the wind's not bothering the microphone too bad. These motorcycles come with short windshields, and I've already purchased the tall windshield. I'll be putting it on probably later today, and I'll do a separate video on the windshield. It really, it's not bothering me. I just don't know how it's affecting my microphone. And for some reason, the last video I did, I think it was the last one. I talked about my Indian breaking down at the Harley-Davidson dealership. Ended up being a loose connection at the starter, no big deal. But when I did the video talking about it, it sounded like I was yelling. I don't know if I was trying extra hard to project because I had the tab mufflers on my Indian with zombie baffles, or if I was just talking louder. I don't know, but hopefully I don't sound like I'm yelling today, but I also hope you can hear me over the wind. So, tell me in the comments, have there been times where you've had seller's remorse, or buyer's remorse for that matter? But I'm thinking more seller's remorse for me because, as I said, I've enjoyed every motorcycle I've ever owned. So I know I'm going to love this bike. I rode it home, I rode it into town. The dealership is, I don't know, 25 miles away. I've ridden it to town and back, and now this little ride. So I don't hardly have any miles on it yet, but I can already tell that there are things I'm a lot better about this motorcycle than my Indian, and there are clearly some things that I like better about the Indian over this one. But you'll have to stay tuned. I'm sure I'll do some comparison videos, even though it's really my Indian would go more up against the Harley Ultra Limited instead of the Street Glide. The Street Glide's main competition would be the Indian Chieftain. But again, hope you stick with me. I'll do numerous owner reviews on this bike just like I did my last one, and I'll continue to do Indian coverage. I have no doubt in 2025 Indian is going to come out with some larger, more powerful motors to compete with this 117 with 100. This one comes with 130 foot-pounds of torque, of course, at the crank. One of the main things that pulled me over to this bike was that motor. I really wanted that extra power. So stay tuned and see how my adventures go on this Harley. If I ever have buyer's remorse, I'll be honest, I'll let you know. If I miss my Indian too bad, I'll share that with you too. So stick with me and see what happens. All right, let me give you a quick walk around of my new baby, but it's dirty. I rode it home in the pouring down rain. When I bought my Indian, same thing. I rode it home in the pouring down rain. A bike's never any cleaner than the day it comes off the showroom floor, but you ride in the pouring rain, they get dirty. But here's my Harley Street Glide. I think I'm really gonna enjoy it. Of course, there's already things I plan on doing to it. You know how it is, we all like to make the bike our own. So here's my Indian, and stay tuned for my upcoming adventures.